Alright guys, let's get into it. So this is my civil engineering presentation and what I got out of that big presentation we just read. So after I finished reading that presentation, I asked myself, what is civil engineering? And what I kind of got of it is it's a broad spectrum full of branches of other engineering, other different jobs. And those jobs can vary from environmental, construction, architecture, transportation, engineering, and stuff like that. Everything for society and how it makes it beneficial. So let's get into the branches. Side note, I'm going to be talking about what goes into these jobs, their salaries, what they do, and stuff like that. So first one, building materials. Wood, bricks, glass, plastic, whatever. Anything that goes into a project material, any materials that go into a project are building materials. And these materials have to last. They cannot affect the environment negatively. So yeah, that's what people that in that field they got to look out for. And the people that work in this field, they make around $47,000 a year. Also, take these salaries with a grain of salt. They're probably inaccurate. So yeah. Next is architecture and town planning. First, let's do town planning. Town planning is when you plan for sewage pipes. Let's think. Sewage pipes, roads, water treatment, and stuff like that. Architecture, it's when you make a cool design on a building, making it unique, having a unique representation of it. And so, yeah, it looks like pretty cool, as you can see in the building. Pretty unique. In the picture, I meant pretty unique. So town planning, the people that work in this field make around $57,000, and in architecture, they make around $77,000. So yeah, let's get on to the next one. Construction technology. This branch really comprises of materials, workers, and money. They also got to take in fact that there's deadlines, and they got to execute, and they have to plan really well. This job is very, very time oriented. You got to be on time all the time and doing everything perfectly. And so these guys, they make around $47,000 a year. And so yeah, let's just keep going to it. Sorry, I'm going a little fast. I just need to finish this. Next is environmental engineering. These guys take care of the soil, the air, and the water. These guys keep us from polluting the air, everything, and keeping the environment safe from us, kind of. And so they purify water and stuff like that. So I really respect these guys that work in this field. These guys make around $65,000 a year, I believe. And yeah. Next is geotechnical engineering. When I first saw this, I thought of excavating. And so what these guys got to do, they have to remove the soil very carefully, and they have to know how slopes work, retaining structures work, tunnels and underground structures work. They also have to pass safety guidelines and make sure the soil will last. As an example, in San Francisco, there's a building I think it's sinking still. I have no idea, and I guess those geotechnical engineers didn't really go through the safety protocols. Next is hydraulics, water resource, and irrigation engineering. What I thought about this was that first thing I thought about this was dams and how they use power and hydraulics to create power for millions of people. Also irrigation engineering. Water resource and irrigation engineering. They kind of keep water like in canals for emergencies. They move it for if others need it for a drought. They benefit from water flow by creating it through power and stuff like that. These guys make around $80,000 a year. So yeah. Alright, next is remote sensing and GIS. These guys scan the Earth's land, and it's a geographic information mapping, I guess. And these guys scan for resources and stuff like that. And It's a fairly new, I read, a fairly new branch of civil engineering. And so GIS, the people that work in the area make around 54,000, and remote sensing, the people that work in there make around 82,000. Next is structural engineering. These guys create the skeleton of a building. These guys use beams, slabs, and stuff like that to create the skeleton. They have to know that they have to create skeletons that will last natural causes like natural disasters like earthquakes and like hurricanes and stuff like that. They have to know if the building is safe enough. And so this is a risky job because if they overlook something, then the building might fall apart and people can get hurt. So yeah. Next is surveying. So surveying is really when people take in the job that people take a topographical data of the land for future projects, and they do this all over the land that they are surveying, and they just make a map of all the land they surveyed and use it for as data for future projects, stuff like that. And the people in that area, in that line of work, they make $57,000 a year. Lastly is transportation engineering. These guys create the roads. They make the runways, the railways, the harbors, and the docks for the boats. And so these guys got to know how pavement systems work and stuff like that. And these guys are really crucial for our society because they make the roads for us and transportation and stuff like that. Thank you for watching or listening to my presentation. Hope you guys have a good day, good night, or good day.